So we're here at Bristronica 2025 with Frank from Teaching Machines.
Hello.
So they are well known for the infamous Wellspring, but this year we have something new. Tell us about it, please.
Well, this is the FuzzBillon, which is a distortion device for, you can plug a guitar in, or it also has transformer balanced line level inputs and outputs, which are, or you can mix the two. So you can go from a high impedance input to a low impedance transformer balanced line output. And essentially it's a versatile distortion device where you create your own sound by adjusting all these parameters. And the idea is that once you've got a sound you like, you can write the number down and get the sound back again.
It reminds me of the old video games where you had to note your password to play your game.
Yeah, that's it. And in theory, you can swap them, or we'll have like loads of suggested original settings printed in the manual, and then you can just enter them in and then get that sound back exactly how you had it, which is why we're using these multi-way switches.
So what are those cryptic symbols there?
Well, we have input gain, which can be various kinds of op-amps, or 5 to 8 on here is like misbiased transistor, and 9 is like dual transistor boosts in series, which is the fun thing you can do with these switches. You can actually switch in different components rather than just having something that adjusts from 0 to 9. You can be doing completely different things on each of them. And then you have like, this next section is a kind of op-amp with various things switched into the feedback loop. We have a tone, octave drive, octave mix, a phase-locked loop, which is like a square wave that kind of follows the pitch of the signal somewhat. And the different settings on here adjust how it tracks and what it does. I think it's just doing something in the background there. And then the last two are a sort of amplitude modulation. And then we have bias, which controls the bias point of a lot of the different op-amps inside it. And then output clipping, which is various kinds of germanium and silicon diodes, sometimes with capacitors in series, creates all sorts of distortions. And then just a general low cut on the output, where the number adjusts the frequency the one-pole filter starts at. Yeah.
So loads of options right here.
Yeah. To be precise, there are 11 billion sounds on here available.
Like the combinations.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is quite a lot. And they won't all be, in fact, a lot of them aren't remotely useful, or even some of them might not even make any sound. But it's quite interesting when you do find a new thing it does.
Okay, so can we hear something?
Yeah. Well, I'll just stick this...
oh yeah, what is the big knob? Is just the volume? Or?
Oh yeah, this is just the output volume, which had to be a knob because you do want to keep adjusting this one. So we have 808, sort of fairly typical. And we'll add a little bit of distortion to that. And so this is just a bit of germanium kind of crossover clipping. And this is mixing like two different kinds of clipping, like an asymmetric silicon and germanium. And you can give that a bit more, start to get kind of like more filthy. Add in a bit of octave.
Do you have some Easter eggs numbers? Like what does 666 do?
Let's try
it. The number of the beast right here.
Yeah.
Holy.
So some of them will go to silence like that, so should we get on 5 maybe.
Or some really good sound design.
Yeah, you can do some quite odd things.
Yeah.
Like that's going off into like
I guess that's
fully glitchy territory.
That's enough to show off the character of the device. I will not ask you to whip out the guitar that is here, because
Yeah.
with the drum machine that would have been enough for our audience here.
In some ways, it makes some of this stuff makes more sense with a guitar through an amp because you want a bit of, especially with a guitar, it doesn't make that much sense as a DI because it's going to be pretty brutally harsh with a lot of the settings. You can get some nice, straightforward overdrive, pleasant, your typical distortion sounds.
The FuzzBillon. When can we expect this to ship?
Pretty soon, really. I mean, this is the kind of launch, and I've got these are the only two complete ones at the moment. But I've got the circuit boards, and we've got all the cases for another 50 or 100 ready to go.
Okay.
So that'll be yeah. So yeah.
Do you have a price point in UK pounds, euro, and dollar?
We're looking at about £435 for this, and that might not. I think that's fairly final, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was the FuzzBillon by Teaching Machines. Thank you very much, and have a nice Bristronica.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah.